Good morning. It's Vijay here. Today is Friday, 31st January 2025. One day before the B day. Budget is tomorrow. Lots of expectations, lots of hope, and lots of despair. More important is the market is in extreme pessimistic mode. Just look at what happened 4 months ago. Nifty had made an all-time high around it had closed about 26,000. People were talking of 30,000. In fact, JP Morgan's team talked of 35,000. And today, 4 months later, we are now talking of 21,000 and below. Therefore, if we have to remember that if you are investing, pessimism is your friend and euphoria the enemy. We had euphoria in September in the Nifty and Bank Nifty. We had euphoria in the micro cap, small cap, and mid cap end of December. Just a month ago, they all made all-time highs. A month later, all of us are now concerned. From optimism, we have flipped to pessimism. If you look at the market mood index, which is supposed to get it 80% of the time right, it is now sitting in extreme fear. So that is where we are. I believe that this is a time when we should not lose our minds, look at the reality, and then decide whether we want to get out or get in or stay put. Just look at FIs. FIs continue to sell. Yesterday also they sold 4,580 crores. DIs bought 2,100 crores. Now the question is, who is the smart guys who bought the remaining 2,400 crores? Because the markets went up across the board. Obviously, somebody is buying, and what I call that is a smart money or the third force. The third force consists of basically ultra high net worth individuals, PMS guys, alternate investment funds, family offices, corporate treasuries, and the likes. It is retail investors cannot push up the market. Retail investors can only push it through the mutual funds. Mutual funds have given up and they are sitting somewhere at half of what FIs are selling. So, in such a situation, I believe, based on data, that the smart money has come into the market. We are seeing a third consecutive day when the markets are good. And also remember that the markets have closed at the highs yesterday and day before yesterday. Normally, when markets close near the highs of the day, it means that the bulls have got full control. Similarly, if it closes at the low of the end of the day, then bears have full control. Yesterday, the bears tried twice, once at 11 o'clock and once at around 1:30, 2 o'clock. Both times they seem to have failed. So therefore, we go today with Nifty has been advancing. BEL was one of those strong shares. Hero Motocorp was extremely oversold, so it has bounced back. BEL has come up with very good results, so it may continue to go up. Mid cap and small caps advanced for the second session. They had a very, very rough session on Tuesday. Energy advanced. Basically, Reliance was the main focus. Apart from that, HDFC Bank. When Reliance and HDFC Bank begin to fire, generally that day will be very bullish, and that's what happened yesterday. Pharma got a breather because there was some talk about Trump introducing some tariffs on AIDS-related drugs, which are manufactured by companies. And there are quite a few companies in India who manufacture AIDS-related drugs. So they had fallen by the wayside on Wednesday. But yesterday, the order seems to have been kept in abeyance, so they bounced back. Nifty Bank advanced for the third session, led by IDFC Bank, which is very strange because IDFC First Bank has not been doing too well. IT closed in the red, however, and Auto advanced for the third session, mainly led by TVS Motors. Bajaj Auto also did very well. After a very long time, Bajaj Auto has started moving up. Please note, I am not a SEBI-registered advisor. I am not a fin influencer. I do not give any ideas on terms of, what to buy or what to sell. I'm only a commentator, and whatever I do, I indicate. I do not ask anybody to follow me, and so that's it. So I'm not flouting any rules when I'm talking about this. First of all, the rules which SEBI has put, if you look at it, then all the blue channels, that is the business channels, have to close down. Even the chair of SEBI has to be investigated because she created a lot of panic last March, and the micro cap fell down last March because of that panic. So she is a fin influencer that way. Now, if you really look at it, and many of the exchange officials are also fin influencers because they talk of how the market will do and what the market will, from where they will go, what are the indices and all that. So I think that report has to be junked because it makes no sense, and coming up with something to harass the individuals. This is a norm of Indian bureaucracy, and SEBI is full of bureaucrats. Same thing with the exchanges. I'm being tough on them because that is what they are, and we have to show the truth, just like Mr. Mohandas Pai or Mr. Bhallar showing the truth to the government. They were all supporters of the government. Now they've gone against because they realized that the economy is in a tailspin. So yesterday, US markets closed in the green. Nasdaq gained about 0.25%. In fact, they came off significantly from in the last half an hour because of Trump reiterating that from tomorrow tariffs will fall on Canada and Mexico. And he also said, I will look at China, but he has not decided the date, neither the rate. So the key inflation data is what US investors are waiting for. Bitcoin is trading above lakh. Gold has taken off and made a all-time high. So I think the focus is going to be on gold now, especially with the Bank of England talking of they don't have enough gold available to give it to the guys who had kept it with them. So Nifty results today are Nestle, ONGC, Sun Pharma, and IndusInd Bank. IndusInd Bank will be a very tricky one. We hold IndusInd Bank. Recently we have bought because we believe the worst is over. This quarter result will be the worst. I think next quarter onwards things should get better. Nestle we'll have to observe because it has been beaten black and blue. ONGC should do well, is my opinion. Among other results, Karnataka Bank, Jyoti Labs, they should do well. City Union Bank also should be a positive surprise. LIC Housing Finance is a tricky one, difficult to understand. UPL could, if it gives good results, because it has been hammered, maybe UPL could lead a rally. PNB will also come with good results, is what I feel. Bandhan Bank is again a tricky one because it is in, their microfinance. But having the new management, I expect Bandhan Bank to bottom out. So yesterday's earnings reports, Airtel Africa come out with good results, Shree Cement, Navin Fluorine, and Biocon. Biocon is a very tricky result to analyze because they keep buying, selling some of their companies. So, but the market feels that it is a good result. Similarly, we don't know how it will react. Now, market also feels, analysts feel that L&T is a bad result. Actually, L&T is very good, but it has not come up to the expectations. Now, I don't know what L&T should do. Apart, they have only 24 hours in a day, and the chairman says, "Look at your wife. Don't look at your wife. Come and work for 24 hours every day." This is what they could have. They have done the best. Bank of Baroda is mixed, nothing great. Concor is also mixed. It's not bad. Last time was not that great. So that is as far as the weak industry, weak results will be Praj, Tata Consumer, and JSP. They may react negatively. So if you look at the earnings scorecard, this is where I'm saying you need not be pessimistic. Out of the 30, the 12 of them are above average. Only 9 are below average. If you look at, here is an interesting data point from CNBC. So if you look at the last 4 months, January series, it's down by 500 points Nifty. December was 164, November was 291, and October was 2011. Now, it has not happened in this century that 4 consecutive months the Nifty has closed in the negative month on month, but it has happened sometimes, the exception proves the rule. So I feel the market is extremely pessimistic. If you look at retail investors, they have lost 40, 50, 60% in many stocks. They have also been forced to sell out. FIs continue to sell, and DIs are not able to support the market. And look at the other interesting in this one is rollovers are about 80%, which means they are very strongly, whoever is rolling over is going very strongly into February series. And it looks like most of the rollovers from the big guys are on the short side, because if you see the Nifty OI at start of series, the February series of 1.73 crore shares, which is extremely high, and FI long exposure in February series is only 11%, 89% short position it is. The last time we saw 89% short position was end October 2023. From there, from November onwards, the market took off. Generally, with such huge short exposure, the market will take off the next month if there is an iota of good news. I believe that good news will come in the budget. I'm hoping that, because nobody is so foolish, however stupid they are in the government, they cannot continue this excuses saying election season, monsoon, or any other thing, and say that economy is doing badly because of those extraneous reasons. I think they have the, no, I know that they have the money, and I think they have adequate brains to realize that you need to do something. And I think some fillip will come. At least I'm expecting no bad news. I won't be surprised if you get some really very good news. As usual, I go into the market positively biased, and today could be a good day for the markets, in my opinion, because lots of good results have come and US markets futures are up. So therefore, we should have a good market at the end of the day. This is my thinking, but whatever you do, I hope it is successful. Thank you for joining me.